Norseman is probably the world's hardest sports competition that can be done in one day. We start at 4 o'clock in the morning. The athletes are sort of herded into this coastal ferry. You start out in this dark Norwegian fjord, swimming to shore, then on a bike ride taking you over 5 mountain passes. Get over those, you start running, and you will run a marathon.
Been racing for a long time. I've probably done 100 triathlons, probably 100 bike races, and this probably is my swan song, like leaving the sport. Hopefully with this one, nobody can top this now, so I can quit and quit on a good note.
There is this silence, tension. It's sort of a combination of nervousness and big expectations, not knowing what's going to happen.
Night before the race, didn't sleep a wink, and just going through my mind, rehearsing what to do, making sure all my equipment was ready, and figuring out my strategy. It was game time. It's put this in motion. It's been 10 months of planning. It's the day.
250 athletes jump into the fjord from the ferry and start swimming these almost 4 kilometers into shore.
As you're swimming, you can look up and see the mountains and the sides of the fjord. Really pretty. It's tiring towards the end. And I thought, man, this swim's never going to end, but finally get out of the water. I had a decent swim, hour 12. I was happy with that.
On the shore, the support teams are waiting for the swimmers. They're cold, they're exhausted already. I need to help them get something to drink, some food on the way. Maybe you have to help them get dressed and then send them off. Out of Xtreme, you just start right away on a climb up to the Hardangervidda. You go 90 kilometers across that. When you're done with the Hardangervidda, you turn right and go up 4 mountain passes.
This is a nightmare bike ride, okay, to be clear. The first 25 miles, 40K, takes 2 hours. With 180 kilometers or 114 miles of pain and suffering. I don't want to sit on that bike ever again today. I want to sell that bike. To maintain focus on this thing for 10 months, like I said earlier, you get up every morning, hey, I got to train, I got the world's hardest Ironman coming up. It's stupid not to train. You got to eat the right foods, but you got to get fired up. You got to get serious. So we were all wired. You got to go into this thing wired. You're going to war.
After cycling these 180 kilometers, uphill, downhill, you're then ready for the marathon. As in every triathlon race, it's at the run the real test begins.
So took off running. You could call it running. You know, a lot of problems with the feet. Feet were hurting. Changed shoes a couple times. The run is flat for the first 15 miles, 25K, and the goal was to run the whole 15 miles. You know, it's mind over matter, this run for me. I'm not a runner, so I got to keep running. So we turned the corner, and there you see that horrible mountain, Gastatopen, however you say it, Gasto.
The run has a total elevation of 1,600 meters, and the final 6 kilometers is more than anything, just a steep cross-country run in extremely rough terrain. There is no vegetation, there's big rocks, gravel.
It is just one rock after another. It takes an hour 40, hour 30 to climb one direction. And you're shot, you're 15 hours into this thing, you're 14 hours into it. Climbing the hill is just, I guess it's the extreme part of the extreme triathlon, because it is extreme.
This mountain, more than anything, drains the last bit of energy the athletes could possibly have. So I suppose that it's pain and pure willpower that takes you up to the finish line on the roof of Norway.
How could you top this, right? Let's say you climb Everest. You're going to go climb, you know, Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, which is, you know, 2,000 feet, 1,800 feet.